8 hours for work, 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for what we will. During the Industrial Revolution, that was one slogan of workers who rallied for the 8-hour workday, the 40-hour, 5-day week that's become the standard for Americans. On September 5, 1882, the first Labor Day March took place in New York City, and one of the key concerns of workers was cutting down hours. Side note, Labor Day celebrations were moved to September 1st 2 years later. Henry Ford was the first to implement the change in all his Ford factories, moving away from the 48-hour, 6-day work weeks without changing wages. In 1926, Ford spoke with Workweek magazine explaining why he made the change. Interestingly, more rest for workers wasn't exactly his reasoning. He's quoted as saying a workman would have little use for an automobile if he had to be in the shops from dawn until dusk. The automobile, by enabling people to get about quickly and easily, gives them a chance to find out what is going on in the world, which leads them to a larger life that requires more food, more and better goods, more books, more music, more of everything. In 1938, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Fair Labor Standards Act into law, providing for the 40-hour work week across the U.S. The formation of labor unions played a large hand in getting the act passed. Unions helped prompt the Great Sit-Down of 1937, protesting the working conditions at General Motors. Eventually, GM and the United Auto Workers made a deal that improved conditions. But most of all, as NBC points out, Roosevelt's decision to pass the Fair Labor Standards Act is largely credited to his Secretary of Labor, Frances Perkins. She witnessed the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire that killed almost 150 garment workers who were locked inside. She saw the young girls jumping out of the window. This, I'm sure, opened her heart about the plight of the workers. That really stayed with her.